Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Happy Thanksgiving. Give thanks for what you have. This coming up holiday we're having next week. Want to give shout that out to you. And then I want to go on to the game up there in Buffalo this week, where the Buffalo Bills defeated us 44-32. In a tough game, a good game. We played competitive football most of the game. There's a lot of things that went good for us. Sean Tucker, our running back, scored 3 touchdowns, 1 by pass, 2 by the ground. Mayfield scored a touchdown. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen scored 3 in the air and 3 on the ground, scored 6, which is an all-time record for a quarterback in a game. So it was good and it was bad. When you score 32 points in the National Football League, as you know, you should win the game. The other team shouldn't be able to score 44 points on you. That's the bad. And they did. And it was at the end of the game when they really piled it on us. But before that, it was their score, our score, their score, our score. So as it went during the game, it was a very competitive game. It's 21-20 at the half, so that should tell you how close it was by 1 point. And coming out in the second half, it was a slugfest through the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, they pulled away and beat us. A very good team, the Buffalo Bills. Dropped our record to 6 wins and 4 losses as we head to the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday Night Football this week, 8 o'clock, NBC TV. Premier game, Sunday Night Football on prime time. The weekend before Thanksgiving, this Sunday night at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, which, in my opinion, the best team in football of all 32 teams we're going to be playing, the Los Angeles Rams. Tonight, as this night before Thanksgiving a week, in my power rankings, Cowboys power rankings of the 32 teams, the Los Angeles Rams are number 1. If the Super Bowl was held right now. Now, that's not 6 weeks from now. That's not in February. That's today. So we've got a tough opponent coming up against us in Los Angeles on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Going back to the game against the Bills, our defense did not touch Josh Allen but one time during the whole game. We did not sack him. We had absolutely no pass rush. Absolutely no pass rush. Our secondary was left exposed, and Josh Allen took full advantage of that exposure. The receivers were standing wide open almost everywhere because there was no pass rush. He could stand back there for 3 or 4 seconds and just look, see anybody that broke open in a route and just boop, toss it to him. And if not, he'd just run it. We could not stop him. We didn't have the horses in the stable to get the job done from the defensive point of attack. We've heard this story for 3 years. We've heard it and heard it and heard it. We're hearing it again. No pass rush. Hassan Reddick, the great $14 million savior, is on the bench and wasn't any good when he was playing. Chris Bridwell, the number 2, second-round pick 2 years ago, is going to be this great prospect, is frankly garbage, trash. As a player, not as a human being. Don't say Cowboy said he was trash as a human being. As a player, he's trash, okay? Yaya Diaby has had 4 sacks in 12 games. To give you context, Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns had 4 sacks in 1 game Sunday. That should give you some idea of what we're talking about. Myles Garrett, 4 sacks in 1 game Sunday. Yaya Diaby, our number 1 sacker, 4 sacks for the year. Jason Light, general manager, whatever he got from the owner. The first week of November, we were 6 wins, 2 losses, leading our division by 3 games. Looked at the roster that we have now, all the injuries that we still have, and decided to stand pat and do absolutely nothing. I don't want to hear excuses, just telling you the fact. Fact is, he did nothing. Fact is, we don't have the horses in the barn. And you hear a lot of the media in Tampa and all these other people trying to tell us that there's cavalry's coming. Well, let's go down to the cavalry. Hassan Reddick, 1 sack for the year if he does come back. What do you got? Mike Evans, broken collarbone. Won't be back to the last week of December. Chris Godwin, we don't even know what his injury is right now. He hasn't played in 3 weeks. And Jalen McMillan, broken neck. He's not coming back. So this is your cavalry. Bucky Irvin, separated shoulder. Will he be back or not? Who knows? And how good will he be when he gets back? And you hear the cavalry's coming. The cavalry's not coming, ladies and gentlemen. There is no cavalry. Who's playing every week is your cavalry. And your defense is not good enough to compete against good teams. They just aren't. They just are not. We'll go through the end of this season. I think we can still win our division and some possibility of one or two of those players coming back, but they're not enough. Mike Evans don't rush the passer. Chris Godwin don't rush the passer. Bucky Irvin don't rush the passer. When you got a quarterback of a good caliber, playoff caliber, that can stand back there for 3 or 4 seconds, ain't no secondary in the world going to be able to hold up to it. So this is where we are. You can blame it on anybody you want to blame it on, or just say it was fate. We've done it for 3 years in a row, and we're in the 3rd year going. Can we wind up limping in and winning the division? Yes, we can. Because after we play the Rams, we've got the Cardinals, and we got the Panthers a couple times, the Falcons, the Dolphins, some less than playoff teams. We got a good chance of winning them all. But when we get to the playoffs, at the end of the day, we're going to be playing playoff teams. The Cavalry's not going to be there. Then what you do? So, just saying, don't want to put too pessimistic a view on what has happened, but you can see it. We've all seen it. We watched it this week. We made some bad calls by the coaching staff. Special teams let every kickoff go past the 50-yard line. We had a 3rd and 2 with less than 7 minutes to go, behind by 5 on their side of the 50-yard line. And Sean Tucker back here is a running back going 6 yards of pop. We pull him out of the game. Throw a 5-yard pass that they miss, and now it's 4th and 2. We punt the ball. They get the ball. The Buffalo Bills. Oh, wow, we got him at the 50, and we got him pinned in at the 15-yard line. You know what they did the next play? Threw a touchdown. The next play, the first play they got after the punt, boop, touchdown. Okay? So we made bonehead calls. The coach made bonehead calls, and there's no taking away from what he did. You all saw it. You got a guy getting 6 yards of carry. He's got 200 yards of offense on the ground. 6 yards of carry. You need 2 yards. You take him off the field, and you throw a pass, and it's incomplete. Now you got 4th down and 2, and you punt the ball. And you say, hooray, they got it at their 15. You only punted it 30 yards. And guess what they did when they got it? Touchdown. So, just saying. Bad calls by the coaching staff. Special team was atrocious. He should be fired. The special team coach had been fired a long time ago. We all know it. We watched them all year long. Kickoff block, punt block for touchdown against the Eagles. They've been terrible. But to let the Buffalo Bills go past the 50 every time you kicked off a ball to them, you can't set up another team on the 50-yard line every time they get the ball. Okay, that coach should have got 3rd prize, which is being fired. But he's not. And we're heading on out to L.A. against Matthew Stafford and the Rams. I suspect that Sean Tucker will get the bulk of the duty this week. Chris Godwin, I do not think will be back. If he is, he's just running around out there for I don't know what purpose. Mike Evans, of course, we know he ain't coming back. And McMillan's got a neck brace on. He ain't coming back. So we're down to our number 1 pick, rookie, which is good, but he's double covered now. A 7th round pick that's 165 pounds. Sherlin Shepard and Ryan Miller. That's our offensive weapons. So it's going to be a tough sledding. We're going to have to get out there and do a lot of good running with Sean Tucker and get a lot of breaks go our way, maybe some pass interceptions. Maybe we can get a sack or 2 against Matthew Stafford. But they average 30 points a game. And our offense that averaged 32 the other day, when we missed 2 extra points, we went for 2-point conversions. And I wish we'd quit going for 2-point conversions. We're 1 out of 7 on 2-point conversions. Maybe you'll get the drift. You can't throw the ball into anybody because they can't catch it. You damn sure can't go for 2 points and throw it because nobody can catch it or get open. Okay, so quit going for the 2 points. Just kick an extra point. But okay, I've had my rant on the game against the Bills, and y'all all saw it. We seen this coming 3 weeks ago, and we told everyone it's coming to tuition. It's not yet been fulfilled. Sunday night the Rams play, and we hope we win. If we do, I'll be the happiest person in the world. But if we don't win, I wouldn't think really deep down in my heart we will win. And I think Jason Light should take full and total responsibility at 6 wins and 2 losses 3 weeks ago to know that that Calvary that he talked about was a ghost Calvary, and that the pass rush that we've needed for 4 years is still not there for whatever reason he wants to give you. It's not there, and we need it bad. What would we do with Myles Garrett that got 4 sacks in one game this Sunday for the Browns if the Bucs had him? What would we do? We'd win decisively and the Super Bowl. When we won back in 2002, Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice, Derek Brooks, Rodney Barber, John Lynch. When we won in 2020 with Brady, Jason Pierre-Paul, Adonican Sue, Vita Vea, Levante David, Antonio Winfield. We don't have that no more. Not in Tampa, we don't. So we're going to hope the Bucs win this week, and we hope they beat the Rams. After that, they come back the 30th of November against the Cardinals, which is a 4-win team. So we have these games. Yes, they are less than the games we're playing now as far as playoff material. But the point of the matter is, I think personally, will get to the playoffs. But when we get there, those teams that we can beat up on won't be there. Okay? They'll be the teams that we hadn't been able to beat. So I will keep you posted on any injuries. There's been none this week of any substance, but the same people we've talked about are still out. And frankly, if I had Bucky Irvin with a bad shoulder and you had Sean Tucker going 200 yards total offense, I'd let Sean Tucker play anyhow. Sean Tucker would be my number 1 running back. I'll tell everybody in Buck Nation right now, Sean Tucker would have been my number 1 running back even when Bucky Irvin healthy. I'd use Bucky Irvin as somebody who can get out there and make a big play. Sean Tucker would be my bread and butter back. He's proven every time he's got the ball, even the Rams, when the Saints in this game last week against the Bills, he's as good as they get. He can pass, he can run, and he's tough. Okay? Bucky Irvin missed 5 games last year, and when he misses Sunday's game, he's missed 7 this year. He's missed 12 games, 2 years, with injury. We don't even know if he's going to come back after this week in the Rams. And if he does come back, somebody break his shoulder off again, he ain't coming back for a while. Okay, so this is where we are in the injury report, and these people have already been pre-injured, so we're not counting them. So there's not any new injuries as far as the Bucs are concerned. Bredson, our guard that got hurt a couple weeks ago, he could play, and that would be a very much a positive for us to get him back on the field, because he just had a hamstring strain a couple weeks ago. He could possibly be back. But our offensive line wasn't the problem. We had the offensive line doing real well. They was opening holes for our running back. We wouldn't have met all them yards. But we'll keep you posted on what's going on. Of course, as we talked about the first show, this is Thanksgiving week. So next Thursday, there'll be 3 football games. The Packers against the Lions, and the Cowboys are playing at 4 o'clock. And I really can't tell you who's playing at 8, but there'll be 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. It's a week from tomorrow. There will be 3 professional football games starting at 12:30 there with the Lions and the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. And we'll keep you posted on that next week's show, but just wanted to remind you that the football will start earlier Thanksgiving week, and you have a bunch of rivalry and college games going on Friday and Saturday of next week too. Florida State, the Egg Bowl, the Iron Bowl, all those bowls will be taking place the Friday after Thanksgiving. That won't be the championship playoffs. That'll just be these bowl games that they have every single year. I was just keeping you posted on what will be going on. As far as playing last week, the Dolphins went over to Spain and beat the Commanders. It was a very tough game. The Eagles beat the Lions, which wasn't. I thought that was coming. The Rams beat the 49ers. There were some other games. The Bears won their game. against the Jaguars. Bears are a hot team. They're leading their division. They're leading that division with the Lions and the Vikings and the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bears. They're leading that division at 7-3. A very, very big turnaround by Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears. Shout out to them. We're going to go to your questions tonight. We've got an extra question we're going to answer tonight. The first question is from Tammy. And Tammy wanted to know what I thought about Alex Golesh, the USF coach, going to Oklahoma State as a new coach. And Tammy, Alice and you have always talked to me about the USF, and I don't know what Alex Golesh is going to do. He's got a $2.5 million contract to USF Bulls to stay as their coach. He's got an extension. We don't know how much it's worth laying on his desk for him to sign. He says he's not talking to anybody else, but maybe his agent is. I hope he stays. I pray he stays, but we won't know. We really won't know. None of these coaches are going to show their hand right now. They're not going to tell anybody the truth. All the teams that want them to know that they've got them. And then if they leave the teams that they're at, those teams need to go find coaches. So this is the kind of time of year where them cards are laying flat on the table. We know most of these coaches, whether they go or not, including Alex Golesh, has a contract extension for more money laying right in front of him with a pen. All he's got to do is sign it. Ain't none of them signed it, okay? Not yet. There's about 6 of them out there looking for jobs that ain't signed it. So, I don't know. I can't really tell you. I felt last week that he would stay. I feel a little less confident this week. I'd feel a lot more confident if he came out with a press conference and said, I signed that contract extension to 5 years. I would feel a lot more confident. But I'll keep you posted. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. God bless you for your question, and happy Thanksgiving. Next question is from Beth, and Beth wanted to know what I thought about trying to go out and getting a defensive end or pass rusher to help the Bucs defense get some pressure on the quarterback. Beth, what they'll do is they'll send one of the players that are the coverage people in to get the quarterback. As we know, they call that a blitz. But you're taking somebody from the secondary cast covering the pass receivers to make that blitz happen. And it's successful sometimes, and sometimes it's not, because the quarterback, when he sees it coming, knows there's an extra man out there open, okay? That's the only way the Bucs can bring any pressure, Beth. God bless you for your question. They can't go out and get any defensive ends from any team now, because their general manager refused to go out and improve a 6-2 team when he knew his players that he had to come back. None of them rushed the quarterback any good. Only one of them was even someone who did it. And they've got us under the belief that the cavalry's coming. Well, Beth, I'm going to keep it real with you, the Bucs. There is going to, there's not going to be no cavalry coming. Cavalry's not coming. So we're not going to be able to get any defensive ends. All we're going to have to be able to do is disguise some blitzes and have a blitz every once in a while and hope the quarterback that we're playing cannot recognize it and throw to the open receiver out there. That's about all we can do, Beth. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your question. And the next one is from Teal. And Teal wanted to know what I thought about the Sebring 12-hour 75th running out in March at the Sebring International Raceway in Teal. It's going to be a big event, the 75th running of the 12 hours of Sebring, 75 years. All the old cars are coming back, the drivers. It's going to be a big charade about the 12 hours of Sebring. There'll be a lot of manufacturers out there this year, just you wouldn't believe it. Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, these are all in the prototypes. It's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a very big race. It will be happening in March. The Rolex will be happening up in January, up at the Daytona 24-hour Rolex, and then it'll be the 12-hour Sebring here. But the 75th edition will make it big. It'll be a lot of merch being sold because it's 75th edition, 75th year running. And so there's a lot of events planned. I don't have them all, but there's going to be a lot. And since we're based here in Sebring, we will be giving you all that information of where all these events will be taking place. And there will be plenty. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for your question. And the last question is Dolores. And Dolores wanted to know that I think Levante David has lost a step. And Dolores, I think he has lost a step. Father Time has never been defeated, Dolores. He's been there 15 years. And this is a young man's game. He's played good. He's played admirably. And I'm not saying he's lost a big one step. But yes, he's not as fast as he used to be. No. And I don't think Levante will be back with us next year. I would like to see him back because he still adds that depth and he adds the veteran presence we need on this team. Sadly, Dolores, because this team's front is garbage. Garbage. Calais Cansey's supposed to be all out. Cansey's been out. This is his third year. He's out the whole year this year. Last year he's out 5 games. Year before that he's out 5 games. Listen, these guys ain't no good to you if you ain't playing. They ain't no good. So yeah, it would be good if Vontae was back when he's 25, but he ain't coming back to that age. But he's still out there playing good ball, as good as any else inside linebacker we got right now. Even though he is lost a step, he's not as quick off the blitz, so you might have to bring somebody else in. And you're right, Dolores. Bowles is bringing somebody else. T.K. Smith usually. Sometimes Anthony Winfield. They're going in to make that tackle. But God bless you and thank you for that question. Have a happy Thanksgiving, Dolores. I want to thank everyone for your continued support of this show. And I want to tell everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving out there and enjoy holidays, because in this day and age, we don't have many times to enjoy. Let everything go for a while and just go have some fun. Enjoy yourself. Life is more than work. Life is more than going out and creating wealth. Life is for the family, and it's for the holidays. And a holiday means for families to be together and enjoy themselves. I know sometimes it's not that way. It don't work out that way, but that's what it's about. Let's all try to make it happen on this Thanksgiving. Be safe out on the roads, on the trains or in the air, wherever you're going. Be safe out there and help someone if you get a chance. Put your hand out to somebody that needs your help. You'll feel better about it. Till next show, God bless you. Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?